Okay, so here I'm at underneath, and I'm gonna do the starter here. So I did take. We can put a little more light on it. I don't. Nah, that's too much. That's okay. So what I did was I took out of here. There's a lot of corrosion. If you notice, this is pretty clean this side, and this bolt is a Torx. It's like a reverse Torx, which I'm not really a fan of. It was an E12. So this one's got some bite. So we're gonna heat up this block and maybe this aluminum block and take that one out. Not a problem. Then we're gonna go to here. Now you got nothing here because the bolt wasn't extended. It was this long, and when I took it off of here, it just snapped like nothing. So I'm gonna have to use a vice grip on this, or what I'm gonna do, since this starter is no good, I'm just gonna cut this off. This will drop. Then I can heat this block up right here a little bit, and then we're gonna take out the bolt. I got new bolts coming, so let's see how we go. So let's heat up that, because I tried doing it, it does not even budge. So let's heat it up with a torch. Again, my friend to the end, right? Heidi ho. So we're not cutting anything, we're just gonna heat up right now. Let's fire this thing up again. This thing is becoming a lot. Using this thing a lot today. A lot, period. Oh, that's gonna be too much. Hold on. Come on. Okay. This torch is very touchy. I think the other torch I set up on my service truck is less of a problem. This one is just very touchy. Oh, you know what? Maybe I should tighten this nut. Oh man, that one might have been a problem. But we're just going to heat this up a little bit. And I had to, I put Rust Buster in there. Whoa, I hate when it does that. I put Rust Buster in there, but then I had to clean it all out, because if I use a torch here and you use that, that's pretty flammable, and I'm going to catch the whole block on fire, and I don't think that's cool. I hate when you get too close, it'll do that. That's why you got these blow-off valves in here. They prevent the gas from blowing back. Torch should be okay. So let's see. It's still not red. That thing should be. I wish this torch would get. I mean, that's not good. I mean, the oxygen is all the way up. Very low flame, but it's very hot. It is acetylene. Let's just give her hell. Yeah, it'll get red. I'm a fan of a torch. I like using a torch. But it seems like it should get a lot hotter than this. I might have to clean the head or whatever. I might have to clean this up a little bit. Or, you know what I might have? I might have the regulator not set right. So let's try that. That's a decent amount of heat. Not too nuts. Not nothing wrong, actually. Come on. I waited too long. Waited way too long. Oh, look at that. Look at that. And I waited too long and it still came out, no problem. Hold on, let me shut this off. I guarantee you, it'll be good enough for cutting, but I guarantee you I got the regulator set too low. So let me set that up. So we got the one bolt good. And actually, if we really wanted to, you could save this bolt, but I don't know about this. Why would they use these little Torx? You know, Chrysler and a lot of manufacturers, what they did is they would do stuff like this so the normal guy wouldn't work on their own vehicle, and that's not cool. It's just stupid. You know what? It makes a mechanic have to go buy more tools, and And I'll tell you one thing, I've had every tool I can think of, and I've seen some new guys come in and they're like, oh, I got this new tool. I said, that's not new, that's been old. It might be new to you, but that's old. And I said, no, this is brand new. I'm like, okay, is it this? Yeah. Well, my kit's like 40 years old, so you're telling me it's a new design? I said, really? So, that's the one bolt out. Of course, the bolt is nasty looking. Let me grab a vice screwdriver. I don't even know why I'm pulling the bolt out. You don't need it out. Bolt is out. Bolt is bent. How the heck do you bend the bolt? Yeah. Wait a second. Yeah, the bolt is bent. How do you bend the starter bolt that's straight in? Now look how long the bolt is. That's a pretty crappy setup. So we're gonna. Do you even want to try, or we just cut it off? Let's cut it off. The hell with this. So we're gonna cut it off. Try. Why did I try? Do you want to really try, everybody? Do you think I'm this good? Let's try. What the hell? Just for the shits and giggles, right? I should have adjusted the regulator. That's too low. Usually you use acetylene and oxygen, and that thing would have been red hot by now, but like I said, I'm lying on the creeper, I'm underneath the truck, and I'm like, do I go and get up or whatever? So what I'm gonna do is I'll get this red possible hot without going too crazy. Actually, it looks like there's a shim in there, doesn't it? It does look like a shim in there. Get all that crap out of there. Yeah, it does look like a... Is it a shim? Yeah, I think it's a shim. Alright, now it's like a... I remember when General Motors did that. You have a noise, so they put a shim there. Oh yeah, that was just fun. Take the starter out, put this starter in, put a different shim in, a thickness. That's... Come on, get your shit right. And guess what? If that shim coming out, I'm putting a new starter in with that old cleaned up shim again. So that's heated up. It's not even red hot at all. Not happy with this torch right now, but actually I see red. Yeah, let's kill it. My vice grip, grab that and see if it comes off. I don't even have a good throw on this. No, it ain't gonna work. I have stud pullers and all that stuff. I'm not really a fan of that kind of stuff. Doesn't really work that good. Old-fashioned vice grip, clamp on, and you ain't getting it. The hell with that. Let me adjust my regulator first, because I have a funny feeling that regulator's not right. Oh, a second here. Let me grab my switch. I'll be right back. Set this up. I'm going to fire up a little more pressure here. That's just too low. Okay, what do we got here? Okay, we got that. Auction is up 500. This down. I'm going to shut this video off. I'm going to get my mic because I forgot my microphone. Let me shut this off and we'll get you back in a couple minutes.